Hey there, fellow builders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostland, episode 27, Building a Smithy. Now for the top. And given that the monsters are gone, I was getting a little claustrophobic. I'm gonna let that heat up, and I'm just gonna grab some borax so that I can actually finish the project. Stupid snow. Oops. Yeah, I know. Tongs. Alright. Anvil top. Start flattening it out. And again, this is, if you don't flatten it out, you can only put so many voxels of iron on a project. So if there's not room vertically for more voxels of iron, the ingot you add will be wasted. Some of the material will be wasted. So, I know I explained that, but I'm just repeating it because it's very easy to require an anvil, or to make that mistake, and then your anvil will need an extra ingot. I've done it before. It doesn't really matter where the material goes, because it's not, as long as you don't cut the material off, you can always move it around. Is there enough room? Yeah, there's enough room now. And then that's the last ingot, as long as I don't make mistakes. So let's start pulling it into form while that heats up. Glad I brought both hammers. I don't know that this hammer is going to die, but it could. And right now, I'm mostly concerned about, like, the center being low, this area here. So I'm pulling material down to where it needs to be filled in to make room for the last ingot. I think there... Nah, let's pull some more down. There's probably room for the last ingot now, but I want to not rush it, because having to use an extra ingot is a pretty avoidable issue to run into. So let's get these 4 voxels moved. I'll just move them to the right. Okay. Plop. And now we form. So just like I did with the base, I like to fill in the lowest levels first, and then work my way up, layer by layer. Like making a layer cake or something. Okay. Now we're on layer 3. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, I can't do that. I think we're on layer 4. It's kind of hard to tell the way the wire mesh is and the voxels are. Like exactly what's like... I mean, you can tell what's wrong at a glance, but it's... the finer details are kind of lost, but the larger project is still in focus. You know, it's hard to see each individual tree in the forest, as an analogy. But the, you know, the big picture of make the green lines go away is pretty easy to interpret. So I think most of the material's on the side here. So I'm going to start pulling these away, filling the what is now the right side up, so that I can pull this new material in and put it somewhere. Because the other side, there's a few voxels. Not too many. We're also getting close to not workable temps, so I'll have to reheat this in a moment. Oops. Misclick. No, that's good enough. So all the voxels on this side are done. Now I just have to make room for this stuff. Oops, that was a mistake click. We're getting there. Oh, too cold to work. And the base is like basically cold. Well, it's not actually all that cold. But also too cold to work. So when you merge them, both the top and the bottom have to be hot enough to work. And you put the bottom down, you put one powdered borax down, and then you put the top down, and then you just hammer them together. I have exactly the right amount of voxels. So I definitely added pieces to this and got some waste as a result, even despite all the warnings that I offered, which is just how easy it is to mess it up and require extra pieces. How am I gonna channel that up? Maybe this way? Because it has to like step up like a ladder. So yeah, I'll go to the right. Oops. So no room for error, but that's fine. The bottom's hot. Let's hope I do this fast enough that the top stays hot. Top's done. So, take the bottom, take a flux, in this case borax, take the top, smack it together. Ta-da! We have an iron anvil. I'm gonna leave the bronze one in here. Might as well. That's coming with me. Alright, now that that is done, I'm going to ask again what I should work on. So if you want me to work on the blacksmithy, that's cool. If you would rather me work on meteoric stuff, I now have the materials to do meteoric weapons. So I could dig up some meteoric iron. I know where some is. Or whatever else. Priority is yours. And I'll probably have to do a little bit of base maintenance before I get this stuff done. Because there's like farming and the like to be done in the base. There is a thing of beauty. I do say so myself. So that was like a full day. Yeah, more or less. The bow staff, if you're wondering, is 82% dried, so still not dried yet. That bad boy takes a long time. Oh, and the pole's wrong. I mean, you can extrapolate what it means, but obviously I know where it's gonna go. So it's just continue working on the smithy. Did I have 4? 5? Okay, cool. We can do one more run. Or 2 more runs. There's no point in having hematite in its nugget form, so I'm just running blooms whenever I have the bricks left. So we have only enough hematite. Well, actually, yeah, we only have enough hematite for one more run because the second run would be incomplete. Can't do partials. With that said, I happen to know where a lot more iron is. I don't feel like I need it right now. Cool. Make a new forge? Yes. Forges are cheap, which is why it's no problem to make a second one. Okay. Gonna continue working on the smithy? So those are fired. It's almost nightfall, but I actually might be able to work on the smithy as long as there's no storms. The rift activity nearby is medium, but that doesn't necessarily mean there will be storms that stop me up on that hill. So we'll see. So all of my turnips in the first farm have been harvested now. Cool. How much longer do I have on this meat? 1 day? I might, I'll probably want to cook that meat before the day is up. I thought I'd, the reason why I didn't think I would need to is I didn't expect not to be hungry for like a full day, but then I just wasn't. So beneficial, but on a, you know, the consequence is, the meat's gonna spoil, and obviously I don't want that to spoil. Okay, farm's managed. Hose basically broken. 3 servings left. I'll just crock it. I'm not going to seal it. Because I'll end up eating it. It was just so that I can continue cooking. Gotta make a you know, I'm doing this now. There. Now it won't snow over this door. Let's add snow blocking overhangs on all of them, so that I don't get hung up. Once the snow's high enough, it stops pathing. And all it takes is a little overhang. It's ugly as sin, but it works. And working is all that I really care about. Oops. That's dirt. I don't really care. Alternatively, we could have put something like driftwood to stop it, but this works too. Alright, that's done. That's going. The farm's tended to. I don't think there's... The other turnips are close, but none of them are quite there yet. Oh, I didn't mean to get soaking wet. Fell into my water pit. This will need another peat, I think. So, the project the next stage of the project is honestly just to flatten out a space up there. I don't need a huge smithy, but what I would like is a smithy so that there's no space for things to spawn around me, so that I don't have to worry too much about security. You know, put 1 or 2 lanterns up there, and that will be all the security I need. God, this looks like milk. I mean, I know it's not, but it sure looks it. So for now, I'm going to do that to stop them from following me up. Because unless there's a rift up here, you know, that should be enough. So, make it flat. Very exhilarating project here, but there isn't too much material that I need to chip away. I picked something with a pretty small peak for that reason. It's -7. And then the granite and the dirt will be used for the pathing, right? Because most of the walking areas of the smithy will have pathing blocks, and then the rest, you know, I'll have cobblestone walls. I'll probably do, rather than full blocks, I'll probably do slabs. And this is at 160, so that's plenty good. The actual smithy will be at like 170, or the actual windmill rather will be at like a 170, and the smithy will be slightly elevated. I might want to... I might want to have the physical structure be slightly higher, like 3 more stairs upwards, so that the gradual slope of the hillside here is more extreme, and therefore things can't climb up. I think the vertical climb, like polar bears, like vertical climb the most, but it's mostly just so that, you know, I'm not actually sure about the new shivers and what their vertical... I've seen them on my roof, so I know that they have vertical climb capabilities, but I don't know to what extent. So alternatively, what I could do is I could just have have this terminate to a door here, and to have everything outside of the door just have a vertical drop off. But all the same, I want to remove the material from this hillside, even for aesthetic reasons, and also the dirt and stone will be turned into building material for the smithy, because I don't have an abundance of building material anyway. So, 2 birds, 1 stone type of situation, I think. Cheers. You can see the advantage of living somewhere or having a smithy somewhere secluded is I don't necessarily have to have it walled up. It's not a temperature, it doesn't need to be a temperature controlled building. And there's like nothing that spawns up here. This is this small peak. So I should work on getting rid of this part of the peak. So we're at, what is it? 172? Yeah, actually, instead of excavating a large amount of soil, I might just have the smithy be higher up the mountain and to have the pathing not be accessible from anywhere else on the mountain so that I don't have to do too much digging. So let's consider that instead. That will save me some time, effort, and energy. So you have the path come up here, and I'll just have the path keep going up. And sometime in the future, if you guys want me to like carve the hillside so that there's nothing but the smithy on the top, like we can do that. But I'm just trying to build it quick and efficient rather than like perfectly aesthetic. So I would say, how about a clean 170? That's where the base of the smithy will be. And that way, even at the base of the smithy, I get the full wind benefit. Because I think it's at 170 or 160 that you get the benefit. I forget exactly. I think it's 170. I forget exactly. Oh, right. Because I haven't been picking anything. I don't have the stone for this. That's fine. What I can do is I can work on flattening it out at this elevation. So probably at this elevation, it needs to be cobblestone anyway. Or it doesn't need to be, but it should be cobblestone. Because we're getting into the actual physical floor of the project. So I'm going to do half slab. Oops, that is incorrect. For the floor. Both for cost and... Oh my god. And I will acknowledge that, yeah, that cave is going to be a spawner for me. So don't worry, I know. Come on, I'm not standing on the spot. Game, you're killing me with the whole, you're not allowed to place it down. Where do you want it? Like this, right? Yeah, okay. It's the bottom of the hitbox. Fussy. So fussy. Once it started, it's a lot easier to continue. Putting slabs in my inventory like this. Well, they are already... I guess this is horizontal only. I could do it like that, but it was already semi-oriented. At least it wasn't in the vertical orientation. I think probably 7 by 7. I can't imagine needing a smithy larger than that. Will be the dimensions. So obviously I need more material. I'm out. And everything above needs to go as well. So this part of the hill needs to go bye-bye, but at least I'm not digging out the entire hilltop. That'll save me some effort. What tree is this? Birch? Yep. Birch tree's like, oh man, I settled up here on the mountain so that I wouldn't have to share this mountain with anyone. I was a one tree kind of hill. And now you moved in? Boo. So I don't think shivers can jump. So I think what I could do is I can have it like, aesthetically maybe I'll put it on like a pillar, but basically have a gap between the floor of my smithy and the hillside so that it's secure, because nothing's going to be able to bridge a jump like this, right? So I'll flatten it out at this, at what is this, 167? Wasn't that a show? Yes, that's, I was low-key referencing it, not that I ever watched it. Wasn't really my jam. The power of shears. Love it. Haven't really used the shears up until now, but they are nice. So I don't have clay on me up here to make the cobble. I would need to go dig more out, but I'll make the path blocks. So I did say that the top would be path blocks, but I decided for it to be just slabs instead. I don't like the like 15 or 1/16 of the voxel missing of the path blocks, even if it would make me a little bit faster. It's not worth it. What's nice is this, if I did like a vertical water shaft, this smithy is actually quite close to the panic room. So if I used my bucket and made like a pond, I could do a control fall into a pond to go basically straight to the panic room. That'd be a nice future part of this. I mean, the game does give you ample warning prior to storms, so I don't think there's ever going to be a case where it's like, oh my god, storm, and I have to, like, use a fireman's pole. But it might be fun, anyway, to have, like, a vertical drop. Almost done. Yeah, I'm glad I raised up the level, because the amount of shoveling required, especially given they don't have an iron shovel. I could make one, but to flatten this out would have been mind-numbing. So why am I using the half blocks for this? Twofold. One, it's cheaper. And two, if they are half a block higher... Actually, I think the spawn code has changed. It used to be that drifters or things could not spawn on half blocks that were 0.5 voxels higher than the base height. Meaning, and because I'm sure you're like, what the hell does that mean? Meaning a half block placed... Well, actually, I guess it doesn't really... The explanation doesn't matter, because I think they changed the way they function now, so that that doesn't actually protect you. But mostly just for cost, because half blocks are cheaper to make than full blocks. Okay, so now we have it nice and flat. Let's finish the stairs. Don't know how many I need exactly. More than that, apparently. Perfect. Oh, I'm getting shivery. So I'm gonna have to turn back, get to base, because my body temp's going down. What time is it? 3 in the morning? Okay, it should be daylight soon too. One of the other things I could do is, at some point, decide where to put a doorway to prevent things from spawning and joining me up there. I don't want to share my little mountain with drifters. Drifters suck. They're not invited. I just need a fire for a fire's sake. There we go. Hey, fire starter, you get moved. Hey, neighbors. Okay, how much clay do I got? Also, these balloons are done. So I'll set up the last burn now. Whoa, they're gonna be hot. Oh, I don't want to touch that. I guess they had just finished. Luckily, they're not burning me yet. So I can put them away. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. No, 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 no. Stop. My phalanges. Not my phalanges. Well, if my body temp wasn't high, it sure is now. I've been burning my fingers. Alright, so I have 9 spare, or 10 spare. That's not enough for a full burn. Ooh, you know what I just realized is technically I could get unlucky and rabbits could spawn in here. So let's replace this with packed dirt. There we go. Rabbit proof that. Top. Hematite. There we go. Black coal. And a torch. Clay. Do I have any? I don't. Okay, well, if I don't have any red clay, what time is it? It is 5 in the morning. The enemies should be going away pretty soon. But I'm not waiting for that. There's not enough drifters to be scary. Honestly, drifters' damage is pretty low. It's the Bowtorn that I'm gotta be more wary of. Bowtorn damage can rip you up quick. It's gonna be sad when this, I mean, I'll just dig it up in a large batch, but it's gonna be sad when this red clay node is gone. Although I do have blue clay within a stone's throw away. And honestly, it makes no difference whether it's red or blue. It all ends up the same. Cobble. It's just the binder for cobble. Rift activity is very high right now. I'm actually surprised I'm even allowed to be outside right now. Normally when rift activity is very high, it's enough that you're just like on COVID lockdown. Okay, I think the red clay's gone. Yeah. I don't need this much red clay on me. I'll put a few of the stacks away and then grab some of this. So that's probably enough building material. If not, it's not far. I can always come back. Check it up on the farm. Some of the flax is 5/9. It is looking frostbitten, but I haven't had any stunted yet. What about this? Turnips yet? No, they're still 4 out of 5. Okay, cool. Just wanted to check. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel, made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.